angle to this. When the investigation agencies are also probing a Turkey link as far as this entire Red 4 blast is concerned. The investigation so far has revealed that these suspects traveled to Turkey. Most of them have traveled to Turkey, and now, of course, the thought process is that that is where this conspiracy could have been hatched. The accused were part of this entire white-collar terror module that has come to light. Clearly, there has been some effort that has gone into building this white-collar module. Educated doctors, others that are part of this entire nexus. Dr. Umar Nabi, Dr. Muzammil traveled to Turkey shortly after joining encrypted telegram groups, we are getting to know, that were used for radicalization. The Turkey visit is considered a key point where a lot of the conspiracy could have been solidified. Dr. Umar Nabi, Muzammil allegedly met their handlers in Turkey, who then would have apprised them of the larger plot. So is there an international nexus involved, a global nexus involved behind these attacks as well? This is another headache for India. Let me bring in Dr. Tarakata one more time on this. What do you make of this Turkey link? It's not just about Pakistan, Afghanistan and radicalization from there anymore, handlers from there. How does India navigate this?
Shivani, there's a whole, what shall I say, if you go west, you can't even fly there. There are no-fly zones. There is war. There's a whole lot of stuff taking place there. And Turkey, Pakistan, Azerbaijan, and these, and to some extent, also the Qatar. These people have all come together to form some kind of a, I don't know. I mean, we thought of it as some kind of an alliance, but that's going far. The Turkey angle, never used to be like this, say 5 years back. But now the Turkey, Pakistan, the intelligence angle is also, they're very tied up in together. So if this is not surprising to me.
Okay.
It is something which, I mean, this is the first time hearing of this, so kudos to your channel. But the Turkish, I mean, we saw some of that during Operation Sindoor. We also saw a bunch of visits of Turkish officials, Turkish ships to Pakistan. So that link is getting very strong.
Yes, but you know, Turkey, Pakistan being allies, them buying some military equipment is a completely different story, right? We can't take umbrage to that. But this is a different story altogether. Yes, Mr. Dubey, you wanted to come in very quickly?
Yes. Anybody traveling Turkey of this particular geographical area has to be put on a scanner.
Exactly. This seems like common sense to me. I know this would be profiling, but God forbid.
I tell you the reason. There was a lady in Kashmir. She was lady wife of a killed category A terrorist. 3 years back, I think more than 2 years back, there was an earthquake. Just post-earthquake, the lady had traveled to Turkey thrice. And I was working somewhere and this report had come to me. And we had completely analyzed her 3 times travel to Turkey in a span of 1 month. That to a lady having no capacity to bear the expenses of traveling to Turkey. And the complete study was done, and there was a very serious issue with that. What I want to tell you, Turkey is the second largest arms supplier to Pakistan. ISI has got a very strong ground in Turkey. There is a Kashmir House in Turkey which operates the entire Kashmiri separatist politics. People of a wisdom background say, let us have a coffee at Kashmir House in Istanbul. But that is not the fact. This is a complete nexus of Pakistan and Turkey. Everybody knows. The recent example is our Operation Sindoor, the kind of support Turkey extended. And working in Turkey, somebody traveling to Turkey of this background has to be automatic scanner on our mind. How this doctor traveled to Turkey? What did he do there? He must have held a meeting with ISI operative in Turkey. That is very clear. Do you know the defense deal, trade deal, free trade agreement with Turkey and Pakistan? How strong the relationship are? So Turkey is the third country destination from where ISI operates very masterly. And these people are taken to Turkey for indoctrination, for further briefing, because nobody will doubt them.
Yes, so we can't. My only thing is, Lieutenant General, my thing is we can't stop military cooperation between two nations, and I don't think that should be our goal.
I'm not questioning that.
Exactly. No, I get your point. Just like we have our own military cooperation with certain countries and certain countries don't like it, that shouldn't be our goal. But I am saying time has come to drop niceties, if you are going to study in Pakistan, that of course doesn't happen anymore, but if you're going to study in Bangladesh, if you are traveling to Turkey, this has to be put under a scanner. Or
Shivani,
I don't think it would be so wrong of this country, which deals with this terror both externally and internally, to say no, our students will not study in certain locations of the world.
Ma'am, I'm not against anyone traveling to Turkey. What I want to tell that there has to be an obvious question for the travel of a particular person to Turkey, that too from a doctor belonging to Kashmir.
Fair enough.
He has to
No, I
explain
get
the
that.
reasons
It
why
may
he's traveling
sound
to
like
Turkey.
profiling, but profiling is how anti-terrorism works. That's just the nature
Has
of
to
the
be
game.
done.
Has to be done. Yes, Lieutenant General.
Shivani, I must tell you, in Pakistan itself, there's 6 lakh, remember, 6 lakh madrasas and only 2,90,000 schools. Same Turkey, same Saudi Arabia, and same Qatar financing all of it. The same thing that you notice now, Turkey assisting Pakistan, and Pakistan taking full lead in Bangladesh, and Turkey taking lead for Pakistan in Nepal. So Turkey is deeply involved. There is no denying the fact. Turks have gone against, and Turks are standing with Pakistan without pay. And of course, Operation Sindoor was clearly brought that out. But notwithstanding that, you see the kind of book been gifted, that coffee table book by Yunus to Turkey and to the Pakistani general. What does that reflect? That mindset, radicalization, anti-India, hate India mindset is so deep-rooted into their minds that until and unless we as a country decide that we, the Muslims in India, are Indians first, Muslims later. Religion is a personal factor. The Hindus are next. First they're Indians, and then they're Hindus, or Sikhs, or Christians, or Jains, or Buddhists, for that matter. You have to ensure this, and it goes right from indoctrination in schools that India comes first. Everyone is an Indian first. If India is doing well,
Everybody does well. Yes. Final comment from Mr.
That's
Jain as well. I'm running out of time. Final comment with Mr. Jain as well. You know, this isn't just actually about religious indoctrination. This is also about a deep anti-India hate. And we have to be very mindful of it.
Yes, you are absolutely correct. Indians have also taken a note of it. The travelers who were traveling in large numbers to Azerbaijan, Turkey, number has reduced. I think no person with nationalist fervor should travel to these countries, but we lack that. India has been famous for Jaichants. India has been famous for such people, and there are people in society who openly favor these nations, and they say that whatever is going on in the country, naturally repercussions will be like this only. I keep on hearing such discussions, so that is also responsible for it, because unless and until we unite as a nation, this is not going to happen.
Okay.
Our country is not going to be a safe place.
I'll leave it at that. I do thank all of our guests for joining.